Good evening and welcome to Red Barn Radio. Wherever in the world you're listening, welcome to Roots Music Southern Style. Thanks to WEKU, Red Barn Radio's official radio partner, NPR for Central and Eastern Kentucky. Listen online at weku.org. Red Barn Radio is supported by Visit Lex, Lexington, Kentucky's Convention and Visitors Bureau. More information on what Lexington has to offer is at visitlex.com. LexArts, Lexington, Kentucky's premier cultural development, advocacy, and fundraising organization, working for the development of a strong and vibrant arts community as a means of enhancing the quality of life in Central Kentucky. Follow Red Barn Radio on Twitter and like us on Facebook. Here's the host of Red Barn Radio to tell us more about tonight's performers.
Rising singer-songwriter who lives a life as colorful as the songs she writes and performs.
Good evening and welcome.
B. Taylor is building a fast-growing fan base with her get-down grooves and the one-of-a-kind live show experiences she brings to towns from coast to coast. B is joined here this evening by her bandmates, Jason Threm, Cody Brooks, Chase Graham. We are so glad to have B and the guys with us on Red Barn Radio tonight. Welcome back, B. Taylor and her band.
Thank you guys for having us this evening. I've always wanted to play this show, and so it's a real dream for me. This song here that I'm gonna play is kind of about when you have people coming over and getting together, and it can be hectic and all over the place, but usually it works out how it's supposed to, and that's kind of how I do with a get together. But this song is called Company. I got company. I got company. I got company coming over. Bring out the crystal, polish the silver. Call up my sister, tell her to pick up some peaches for the cobbler. Do we got collards? Don't bother. I gotta wash the halls and feed the dogs. Put out the catalogs, get a record on, and jump into the shower. Oh, sometimes I wanna be by myself, but sometimes my soul just needs a little help. I got company. I got company. I got company coming over. Why am I not dressed? Hair is a bird's nest. Glass needs a refresh. Can't look my best if. Girl, let me call you back later. Is that them already? Lord help me. Ring, ring the bell. Sit for a spell. Make yourselves at home. Dinner won't be long. Let me check what's in the kitchen. Oh, sometimes I wanna be by myself, but sometimes my soul just needs a little help. I got company. I got company. I got company coming over. It's none of your business. Quit asking questions. No, you don't know him. Give me a hug and I'll see you in the morning. If you must know, he fine though. He'll take your keys. Don't forget your things. Time for y'all to leave. It's been a good evening, but he'll be here in a minute. Oh, sometimes I wanna be by myself, but sometimes my soul just needs a little help. I got company. 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 Yeah. Thank you. So I'm not much of a cold weather person myself. I like it to be pretty warm, because usually that's when I feel that the best memories are made, whether it's out chasing fireflies or being in a sunset. And the feeling of this song is kind of what I wanted to make for that. It's called Warmer Weather. I'm just waiting on warmer weather, then I'll be right as rain. I try to sleep with your old sweater, but baby, it just ain't the same. I know you say you moved on by this time, I'm hoping it ain't true. It just took me a while to get there, but babe, I'm coming back for you. It's so hard to be patient when everything you got is on the line. It's so hard to keep waiting when the one you love gets left behind. Ooh. I know I put those dreams in your head and made promises too. I didn't know just how they'd happen, but it was all for you. Now you say you moved on by this time, it wasn't worth the ride. No, I may not have always showed it, but babe, I was on your side. It's so hard to be patient when everything you got is on the line. It's so hard to keep waiting when the one you love gets left behind. Ooh. Da 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 dee da da dee da 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 da. Ooh. Da 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 dee da 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 dee da 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 da. Dee 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 da dee dee da da dee 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 da. Ooh. Da 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 dee 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 da da. It's so hard to be patient when everything you got is on the line. It's so hard to keep waiting when the one you love gets left behind. Ooh. Yeah. I don't think he means to. I don't think he truly knows what he puts me through. I don't think he's mean or conceited, just passionate and bleeding. But anytime we're alone and he sings me a new song, perhaps it's one I've heard 1,000 times. I don't know why, but Randy Newman always makes me cry. It can happen anywhere. It can sneak up anytime. I can be in the car or in some shopping line. But even in my laughing, there's a sickness in my happy, like some sappy Valentine. I don't know why, but Willie Nelson always makes me cry. Washing dishes in the sink, or sometimes a 45 in some lonely jukebox dive. I let them in, I let them spin, they play me over and over again. I guess by now I should be used to the art of my heart being ripped in two. It's the drug you know is numbing. It's the feeling of homecoming. And every time I really try not to make a scene or justify what's really going on inside, I don't know why, but Louis Prima always makes me So this song here, we have quite a bit of fun with, and I guess I wrote it because sometimes Texans are known to be a bit stubborn, and that definitely rings true with me. Yeah. And my mom always told me, she's like, if you want to really do something, you got to do it for yourself. You can't wait on anybody to do something for you, because they may not know, or they may not have the same idea as you. And she really encouraged me to to do it on my own. And one thing she would always say is, do it to it like Sonny Pruitt. And so this song I kind of wrote out of that. It's called "Do It to It." People won't buy me a brand new guitar, I'll just do it on my own. Torsador said he won't roll my cigar, guess I gotta do it on my own. Lone Shark won't give me no money, Black Bear won't share his honey. Line Cook fix my eggs too runny, I'll just do it on my own. Do it to it, yeah, I'm gonna do it. Do it to it, yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, do it to it. I'm gonna do it, do it to it. Genie won't grant me my 3 wishes, I'll just do it on my own. Pharaoh won't read me hieroglyphics, I'll just do it on my own. Spaceman said he won't fly my rocket, I'll just do it on my own. Pawn shop said it ain't worth them hawking, guess I gotta do it on my own. Do it to it, yeah, I'm gonna do it. Do it to it, yes, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it to it. I'm gonna do it to it. Shade tree won't fix my transmission, I'm gonna do it on my own. Boss man said he wants commission, no thanks, I'll just do it on my own. The king won't fund my expedition, guess I gotta do it on my own. Preacher won't sue my superstition, beware, child, do it on y'all. Do it to it, yeah, you gon' do it. Do it to it, yeah, you gon' do it. You gonna do it, you gonna do it, you gonna do it, you gonna do it. And do it to it, do it to it, do it to it. Engineer said I can't hop his freight train, I'll just do it on my own. Shaman told me he won't dance for more rain, guess I gotta do it on my own. DJ won't spin my record, Grandma won't knit my sweater, Dr. Man won't make me better, guess I gotta do it on my own. Do it to it, yeah, I'm gonna do it. Do it to it, yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Do it to it. Do it to it. I'm gonna do it. Do it to it. All right, now listen, when I say do it to it, now I want y'all to say do it to it. And when I say I'm gonna do it, well, I want y'all to say I'm gonna do it. Here we go. Do it to it.
Do it to it.
I'm gonna do it.
I'm gonna do it.
Do it to it.
Do it to it.
I'm gonna do it.
I'm gonna do it.
I'm gonna do it.
I'm gonna do it.
Do it to it.
Do it to it.
I'm gonna do it.
I'm gonna do it.
I'm gonna do it. Oh, yeah.
All right. Hey, if you're just joining us, you're listening to Red Barn Radio, and our guest this evening is B. Taylor, and hope you've been listening to the last couple of tunes. Love that one.
Thank you.
And then the previous one made me want to cry. Yeah, you're doing it to me. It's great. So B is a member of an esteemed group of women who have made a mark in music and who also happen to be from East Texas, like, for instance, Miranda Lambert and Casey Musgraves and Leanne Womack and, Janis Joplin, for instance, and then Michelle Schacht, who we discussed earlier on from Gilmer County. You grew up rural. Is that right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so tell us about that home where you grew up.
So I grew up, East Texas is just incredibly beautiful with all the pines, and I grew up around lots of animals and on my family's ranch, and it was just a very small town existence, but it was absolutely wonderful, and I'm very thankful for it.
So yeah, go back to that time in your kidhood when you can first remember listening to them cassette tapes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I actually think one of the first songs I remember is "Hey Good Lookin'" by Hank Sr. And he still to this day is one of my absolute heroes, because I feel like he is such a master at simplicity, yet he makes you hurt with every word. And so I fell in love with him from a very young age. And then I found other people like Kitty Wells. And while I played the Texas Opry circuit, that is mostly the genre of music is classic country is what would be played in those Opry houses.
Yeah.
And so I cut my teeth on a lot of wonderful artists that still mean a lot to me today.
Yeah, so talk about that transition from, you talk about your time as a little kid with that first guitar, you had the first plywood guitar you had. Talk about the transition from playing to cows to playing to people with tickets at the Opry, on the Opry circuit. And talk more about that Opry circuit too, because I don't know if all folks know exactly what that is.
Absolutely. So first off, the cows were my audience. That was I would go out with my guitar into the pasture, and they would just sit and listen. You know, it was the best audience. And I actually, both my brother and I, we raised animals, and my brother, he did heifers, and I raised pigs. And so what would happen is I would raise these pigs, and then I would take them to market, and the money that I got for them, that's what I bought my first guitar with. And it was just a really beautiful time. And then the Texas Opry circuit is essentially a circuit that includes a lot of old movie theaters that are no longer, and they converted them essentially into little Grand Ole Opries. And so every weekend, my mother and I were weekend warriors, and we would take off and we would go and play for folks. And that's really where I learned how to be on stage is places like that.
Oh, all right. Wow. And so these little abandoned theaters that turned into Opry facilities, were they only open on the weekends and sort of dead all week long?
Yes.
Huh.
Yeah, they were only for weekend entertainment, and people would just come out just to hear music, just to get out of the house, just to be in a community. And it was really special.
Well, that's really cool that you're. Well, two things cool. That your mom made you earn the money to buy the guitar,
both
right?
my parents.
Just like in the song.
Absolutely.
Right, and so that was part of you. You had a sort of grew up with a work ethic.
Yes.
That you're gonna get it if you work for it.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, both of my parents ingrained that in both my brother and I at an early age, and it's just stuck to it. You know.
Do you remember the first time that you played one of these gigs at one of these Opry facilities?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and tell us what that was like. What do you remember?
So I was 13, and I was super, super nervous. I'd only been on stage in church or like local talent shows, things like that, and you had to audition for these Opries. Like you had to, send in, or you had to come to the place and audition. And I was so nervous because the lady that ran the place, she was like all business, and she, had like a really intense demeanor about her, and I was kind of scared to be quite honest. But I got on stage, and the band was there, and we actually I sang "Someday Soon" by Susie Bogus, and that was the beginning of it all. And she immediately was like, "Yeah, you want to come back in a month?" And I was like, "Yeah, I would love that." So
was there a sort of a star search feel to these events? That were people coming to see the next rising star, or was it really just about supporting young people who were developing as musicians?
It was definitely about supporting young musicians, because most of the people, there were all ages that were performers, but it was mostly younger people. And the audition process was, pretty much you stand in the doorway of their office, and if they like you, you're on, and if you don't, you go home. And there wasn't a lot of in between with them. They were pretty straightforward.
Wow, that sounds amazing. Those little towns and big audience.
Oh yeah. I mean, there'd be nights where, the place would be full, and people just had a really great time. And a lot of those people that went there knew each other, knew one another, and so it was a very incredibly communal event.
Oh, nice. Well, take us then to the next to that next place. So you did the Opry circuit for a time and started to feel comfortable in front of an audience and started to sort of understand what it was that you did and how you did it. And at what point in time, how old were you when you started to set your sights on Nashville?
I guess, let's see, I started Opry's at 13, and so I guess it was probably somewhere around 17 that I was like, I need to be closer to a place that could have even more opportunities than what I was having in East Texas. And at that point, I had also kind of left the Opry circuit to book like my own gigs and things like that, and so it all just kind of like meshed together. And I guess I was 19 when I started to I got a job at the post office, and that was the craziest thing I've ever done in my life to this day.
Tell some stories.
Well, it was I will say this, the people I worked with were absolutely amazing. My postmaster, my supervisor, they were all great. But, a post office is all about seniority. And so if you're the new kid in town, you are walking every day. There's no truck. There's no...
Were there other women?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
So it wasn't just a bunch. It wasn't a guys thing. It was
No. There were definitely other male ladies, and everyone because I was so young, everyone was very helpful. They would tell me like, hey, when you get to this box, you gotta like yank on that key. That's how you open it, or you gotta hit it twice and then hit it over here, and that's how you get it open. So they were incredibly kind, but it was a lot of walking, and about 2,000 houses a day is what I would circulate mail to.
How long did you do that?
I did that for almost a year, and saved up that money to be able to make the move. And it was, there would definitely be times during that your feet hurt, you go home crying because you felt like you were so far away from what you wanted to do. Instead, but it was, I couldn't have done it without it, that's for sure.
I would guess that the postal carrier of today would describe a very different experience from the one you're talking about.
Oh, I'm most certain, yes. Most
They're just
certain.
walking around neighborhoods hoping that they won't get run over by Amazon trucks.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, I remember one time I went up to this house, and I really wasn't sure that anybody lived there. And when you're delivering to a house that you don't know, doesn't really look like there's residents, you're not supposed to like deliver mail there until you ask somebody and stuff like that. It just didn't. It looked off. Something wasn't right. And so I went up to the door, and I'm thinking, I'm gonna check this out. I'm gonna see. Not a good idea, but I did it. And as soon as I stepped on that front porch, there was a pit bull underneath the step, and he reached out his neck, and it was just his head in between those steps.
I know they had necks.
I know. I was screaming, and I think I threw some mail in the air at the time, but I did not. I was like, all right, okay. Let me recheck this. Let me get back in check. But it was definitely a lot of stories. I got the mail truck stuck one time. It was a whole thing.
Well,
but it was a lot of fun.
At least you didn't have to drive in snow. That's a good thing. You
Yeah,
didn't have
exactly.
to do the snow thing.
Yeah.
So you sold. You sold pigs to buy the guitar.
Yes.
So you had that guitar.
Yes, I did.
Okay, in your possession.
Yes.
But you couldn't make enough money doing the pig work to pay the big expenses to go to Nashville.
Yes.
So you got it all put together now. You got your guitar. And so are you really sort of wed to this guitar at this point, the guitar you bought?
Oh, yeah. I
Yeah,
still have her.
What was
her
it?
name's Betty.
Oh, her, sorry.
Yeah.
I said Ed, I'm sorry.
She is a matte black Godin Fifth Avenue archtop.
Ah,
Yeah.
wow. And so what made you decide archtop was the way you're going to go? What was your influence at that point in time that made you say, archtop is going to be the guitar I'm going to spend all my pig money on?
Well, to be quite honest, I went and looked at all the guitars in this shop, and I didn't really care for any of them. They just didn't. I didn't think they sounded all that great. I didn't think that that I don't know. It just didn't fit. And then the guy that worked at the store, he was like, "All right, hold on." So he goes to the back and he brings out the case, you know. And
Nice.
I was like, "Okay, let's see what this is." And he pulled it out, and I was like, I hadn't even played it, and I was like, "That's it. Yeah, that's me."
So you were thinking at that point, you were thinking of this instrument sort of as style as much as anything.
Yeah.
It's like a sort of a
Yes.
persona that you wanted to have, and
Yes.
that instrument was going to be part of it.
Yeah, and then when I played it, it was like, okay, yeah. It was just, I mean, and me and her have been best friends ever since.
Oh, nice. And so by the time you got to Nashville,
Yes.
had you been working that guitar pretty hard and getting to the point where you felt like you were sort of had command of it and felt like it wasn't sort of separate from you, but that it was something that you were really was part of who you were as a creator? And
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, and it was also the discovery of, you know, incredible guitarists like Howlin' Wolf and Django Reinhardt, too, that listening to their music, and I was like, man, like, I love this. I love the feeling behind this. And so it really made me want to dig in with that guitar even more after hearing incredible people like them.
all right, so we got you to Nashville. So why don't we call that part one, and we'll
Okay.
get back to some more music, and then we'll pick up from there when we get back.
All right.
All right, welcome back, B. Taylor, to Red Barn.
Indeed. So all my instruments have names. This is Modine. But I wanna play a little tune for you called Ma Gris. Ma Gris, won't you let my poor man be? I know he always with you when he say he going out fishing. Ma Gris, he got 7 children to feed. If he don't work the boat, they're not gonna have shoes for their feet. going out fishing.
I love that song.
A little French in there for you. So this next song that we're gonna play is called "Sweet Talkers," and I don't know. I guess sometimes depending on who's dripping the honey depends on how sweet the talk is. Never trust a man with small hands. He don't understand the man with big feet. And you know what they say about them sweet talkers turn into long walkers on the beach. And that ain't the kind of time I like to stand in line for just lemonade. If I wanted to settle for nothing better for me, I'd have my own parade. Yeah, parade. Yeah, them sweet talkers talk to me, them sweet talkers talk to me, oh, them sweet talkers talk to me, yeah, da, da, da. Slow as molasses dripping past me like a carrot in the equine eye. Keeps me going, but I know it won't last past the moment when you kick open the door and say goodbye. Don't be pitching to woo me, excuse me, I'm losing my mind. I don't easily fall, but the taller drink you are, the more I cry. Yeah, oh, I cry. Yeah, yes, I cry. Them sweet talkers talk to me, them sweet talkers talk to me, oh, them sweet talkers talk to me, da, da, da. Sweet talkers, sweet talkers, sweet talkers, sweet talkers, sweet talkers, sweet talkers. Thank you. This next song is about a time when I was cleaning houses to make a little bit of extra money, and it just got to be one of those days where I don't know, it just seemed like the world was against you, and it just wasn't doing much for me that day. But I was driving I was driving from job to job, and you know, the thing about cleaning houses is most of the time it's not even the house that's hard to clean, but it's sometimes how you're treated when you're doing it. And I just happened to drive by a beautiful field of flowers, and I thought, you know, that's why I live. That's why I live, is for things like that, for those beautiful, beautiful wildflowers in those fields. And so I wrote this little song about it. Oh, sometimes I wish I was a flower, so that the sun would shine down on me, so somebody would smile when they see me. Oh, sometimes I wish I was a flower. Yeah, sometimes I wish I was a porch swing, so somebody would sit and sing to me, so somebody would swing and kick their feet. Oh, sometimes I wish I was a porch swing. Yeah, sometimes. Oh, I wish I were the Bible, so somebody would read and believe in me, so somebody would read and then they'd see. Oh, sometimes I wish I was the Bible. Why won't you look me in the eyes? Have I not given love? Have I told any lie? Oh, sometimes I wish I was a flower, so that the sun would shine down on me, so somebody would smile when they see me, so somebody would read and believe in me. Oh, sometimes I wish I was a flower.
All right. Hey, before I tell you about what we have coming up next on Red Barn Radio, I got to remind you of a couple of things. One, Red Barn live streams, both tonight's and on any Wednesday, remain available online for you to view at your convenience on the Red Barn YouTube channel. And two, our live video stream is also available on the weku.org website, as is our audio stream, compliments of WGAD.net in Central New York. Don't miss a single episode of our program, and be sure to tell your friends what you like about Red Barn Radio. Red Barn Radio, listen to the live. Okay, next week on Red Barn Radio, we got Shelby Lohr. Shelby is a guitar player, singer-songwriter from Eastern Kentucky, Carter City to be exact, Carter County to be even more precise. Shelby is Kentucky through and through, and he puts together a melting pot of styles that are all seasoned with the sounds that define Southern rock music. Shelby's got a new album called Great Unknown, and I know he's going to be playing music from that album and more. This is a show that's been in the works for a long time, and I'm really glad his visit is just around the bend. I hope you'll join us, too, for a great evening of music with Shelby Lohr on Red Barn Radio. And now let's get back to tonight's Red Barn Radio program. We welcome you live on our social media platforms, broadcasting from the Arts Place Performance Hall here in the grand city of Lexington, Kentucky. Please welcome back now B. Taylor to the Red Barn stage.
Come on, baby, you got me dazed and confused. One day you want me, and the next day we're through. Now you say I'm your girl, but why you acting like this? Don't play hard to get now, baby. Tell me like it is. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you need. 'Cause I wanna love you now, like a man's supposed to be. Now whisper it slow, 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 like singing a song. And baby, tell me please, tell me what you want. Tell me what you need. I ain't no mind reader, Lord, I can't even try to get the answers I'm needing. Oh, I need a clear sign. Now whether that's a wink or that cute little smile, if you want something from me, you got to tell me outright. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you need. 'Cause I wanna love you now, like a man's supposed to be. Now whisper it slow, 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 like singing a song. And baby, tell me please, tell me what you want. Tell me what you need. From me. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you need. Tell me what you want, and tell me what you need. Tell me what you want. This song here is a song called Greens. I have myself always been a fan of them. Turnip, collard, mustard, you name it, I like them. I like them so much, I had to get a song about them. I got greens in my teeth, another biscuit please. Mud on the bare of my feet. Fly in the glass, lazy as a basset underneath magnolia leaves. I can't see through the water, it's too red. Let me spin you a yarn in my spinning thread. I got greens in my teeth, man, wouldn't you believe? Go on, give that lemon a squeeze. Man, wouldn't you believe? Man, wouldn't you believe? My baby done left, didn't give no call. She laughed at the way I held my jaw. Honey, let me be your salty dog. Walk me through the garden, pick me a bloom, let me trickle down the river where the moonshine is good. I got greens in my teeth, man, wouldn't you believe? Go on, give that lemon a squeeze. feet, fly in the glass, lazy as a basset, underneath magnolia leaves.
Surreal Southern music.
Yes,
Dr.
indeed.
Taylor.
So before I play this this next song, this is a wonderful instrument that I have fallen in love with over I guess the past couple years, and it is actually not a guitar, but it's an electric mandocello, and so it's supposed to be somewhere between the two of those. And I just thought it was a neat little instrument, and it's been an interesting time transposing chords on it. And but I have I've really enjoyed it, and I want to play one for you now of mine called "Too Fond of Friends." We're too fond of friends and too little of lovers. We know the other too well for butterflies to flutter. That 7-year itch crept in so subtle. We're too fond of friends and too little of lovers. The babies are sleeping. You haven't spoke up all night. The washer is humming. You haven't touched them by. Just give me something. Don't be polite. We're too scared of the shame to let go of our pride. We're too fond of friends and too little of lovers. We know the other too well for butterflies to flutter. That 7-year itch crept in so subtle. We're too fond of friends and too little of lovers. Give me your hand, dear. Lay your head on my breast. I'll be your haven. Slink into my caress. Don't turn away now. I won't give up this time. I'm not the bride I once was, but I'm willing to try. We're too fond of friends and too little of lovers. We know the other too well butterflies to flutter. That 7-year itch crept in so subtle. We're too fond of friends and too little of lovers. We're too fond of friends and too little of lovers.
Wow, what a beautiful song.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, we are with B. Taylor here on Red Barn Radio. B's latest album is called B. Taylor's Gas Station Takeover. And, a number of the tunes that they're playing tonight are on that great album, which I had a lot of fun listening to this week. B is here tonight with her friends, Chase Graham, Cody Brooks, and Jason Threm, who are backing her here, and it's great to have all of you here. So, yeah.
Great to be
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
It's awesome. Yeah.
All right, so we got you to Nashville, and just wondering. Well, actually, before we get back into our conversation, why don't we just touch base with your bandmates? Because I'd love for listeners to get a chance to hear them speak.
Yeah.
And say something. Cody, you're closest. Cody Brooks is here on drums. Cody, it's great to have you here. And I bet if I were to survey the house and ask them what instrument you played when you were on Red Barn Radio 9 years ago.
Yeah, right?
I would guess that not one person in this house would guess. That's my take.
You're probably close.
We're not going to do the survey, but so Cody, tell us about what you were doing when you were here last.
Well, I years ago, I got to be a part of this program playing dobro with...
So did anybody guess? No.
Which was totally about the same as playing this. Pretty much, minus a couple things, add a couple things. But it's all pretty much just in my lap.
Okay, I get that. All right, I see that comparison, yeah.
But yeah, it's a trip to go full circle and come back and be with you guys again, especially with B. And it's been a blast. I hope you guys are having as much fun as I am.
Oh, well,
kind of balance it out because I'm having a lot of fun.
Yeah, well, we're having fun with the whole thing, and part of that fun is watching you play. Because you're really into it, and yeah, I love your stuff here. It all looks like it came looks like you picked up the different parts maybe out of Junkyard.
Nailed it. Pretty much what I'm going for. Yeah, things with
it's great,
sounds I'm not used to. I got all of them. These are all discarded because I guess they sounded too unusual, but I love them. So I use broken cymbals and necklaces to make this go zzz. That's a technical term.
Well, they make cymbals that actually will give you that effect, right? But it's not authentic like this.
Well, this is so if I don't want the rivet sound, I can just put it away, and it becomes a piece of jewelry.
I like it. It's also personal, though. I mean, it's your stuff.
It all folds up, and it could fit in a Civic. That's what I like about it.
You got a tight little set there, and I love I love the teeny little. Yeah, sorry. I love the teeny little. This is snare.
This is a snare. This is a snare. This is a floor tom that I turned into a kick drum, so that I didn't have to carry a kick drum. I didn't have any cymbal equipment to so I just put it all right there.
I don't know if I've ever seen a snare quite so shallow as the one you have in the middle there.
This one right here?
Yeah.
He's a pretty deep guy once you get to know him. But yeah, this is a piccolo snare. This is gifted to me by a friend of mine, engineer, and Jim Johnson out of Nashville, Tennessee. and that kind of became. It's all just supposed to. I'm not a drummer by trade,
It's
so
true.
I'm kind of. I'm out to try to upset the drumming world right now. Really.
How'd you meet B?
I met B in Nashville, and I was performing downtown, and
He was the first person I met in Nashville.
Oh, really? All right.
Yes.
and just immediately we started talking about influences, and she had seen myself perform, and immediately we hit it off. Going in, starting the whole thing off with wanting to do dobro lessons.
Yeah.
Which quickly became us like starting to tour together and play shows. And now neither of us are playing dobro. But it was worth it. I think it was a good trade-off, yeah.
Yeah. Very cool. Well, love your playing.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I love what
Thank
you
so
bring to
much.
the music,
Oh, that means
Cody.
a
It's
lot.
just great. Chase Graham's on bass. Hey, Chase.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. And you are a Nashvilleian now,
Yes,
but
sir.
you haven't always been.
I have not. I'm originally from Greensboro, North Carolina.
And how did you end up in Nashville? At what point in your life?
Right after I graduated high school, I went to college in Nashville and just sort of stuck around after that.
Did you go to music? Go to college for music?
I did at first.
At first, what happened?
I decided that it was probably not going to work out the way that I was going there. Picked a major that would get me out of there the quick as I could, and then just sort of hung out for a while. And a couple of years later, I met B and Cody at a party, and I was there to see this southern rock band called Wicked Chicken. And they happened to perform, and I was like, well, man, I love these two. Like, this is awesome. A couple years later, I noticed they didn't have a bass player. Went out and bought an upright bass, taught myself how to play it, and then invited them both to my 24th birthday party. And I knew all their songs at that point. And we had a jam, and, here I am today.
Good play. Well played.
Yeah.
All right. What does music school do to musicians that makes them run away?
It puts you in an environment where you may be perfectly good, but you're always comparing yourself to whoever is at the pinnacle, which for some people can be great and really inspiring, and for some people can just cause them to totally fold and hate what they're doing.
And some people there who are technically really amazing don't feel it, right? I mean,
Yeah.
And so you probably had some good teachers there and some good mentors.
Excellent.
Right and then but that was you just knew that it was time to go out on your own.
Right.
Yeah. Cool. Well, it's great to have you here, and I'm glad that things played out in your life as they did.
Thank you. Me
That's a
too.
very good play, though. I mean, the way you did it, that's textbook. Yeah. Jason Threm is over here doing so much of the great lead stuff tonight on sax and clarinet. Jason, it sounds great. So much, yeah, a lot of feel, a lot of soul. It's great. Hey, yeah, I wonder, so we can hear you. I wonder, would you mind sort of using his mic while we talk for just a minute? You can, just use Chase's. Yeah, there we go.
Did I make it?
Yeah, and
Did we make? All right.
what about you? How about your?
Right with you.
Our theme tonight is the path to Nashville, and so what was your path there? How did that happen?
So I lived through the worst winter on record in Boston in 2015, and my whole life I moved to Boston also to study music.
At Berkeley?
Toured, at a school up there somewhere near Berkeley.
Yeah.
No, absolutely.
yeah.
Yes. And my whole life I had been like, all right, cool, I'm gonna finish school, I'm gonna move to New York. I'm gonna finish school, I'm gonna move to New York. Finish school to move to New York, and 128 inches of snow in about 6 weeks. No joke. I know, like, we're having snowpocalypse down here this year with the, like...
And Boston is too, right?
12 inches we got in Nashville.
Yeah.
But it is... it was enough. I had done enough northeastern winters. I had paid my dues, and I was like, wait, where's it warmer? And truly that brought me to Nashville beyond just obviously music. And I guess the implied next part of this story goes down the line of I was producing records in town and really kind of hustling songs out of a little basement recording studio, 8 by 7 blankets hung, real low budget, like right out of school.
Your own stuff? You were doing your own stuff?
And other people's.
Okay, yeah.
And because of that, I was watching this forum a lot. And B had put the word out that there was going to be a need for, was the word sleazy?
Yes,
Was
a
it- was
sleazy
it
horn
sleazy?
player is specifically what I
A
needed.
sleazy horn player
Versus
who
cheesy. Not cheesy.
who didn't need a music stand.
That's
I
right.
believe was the specifics.
Well,
And naturally, I hit B up immediately because this sounded like the place I was looking for. And she's like, "Can you come to rehearsal in what 3 hours?"
3 hours. Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't think he would do it
I was
at
there,
all.
smiling.
well,
Yep.
set the bar high,
Yeah.
Well, first I pulled into the neighbor's house. Sorry to the people at the bottom of that particular road. But, I was there. It was just a little lost on the way.
And where were you headed with your music when you decided you were going to go to a school like Berkeley? Did you imagine going a particular direction, or were you just sort of going to be a sponge and make decisions there?
You're asking about the brain and musings of 18-year-old Jason.
Yeah, that's right.
And
Sorry, okay.
I was pretty much going to do everything, but the truth is that I initially went to school to study jazz saxophone and classical choral composition.
Huh.
I sort of did one of those things while I was there. Most of the gigs I played in the Northeast were kind of in the funk soul world.
Oh, really?
And getting into pop, like the Bruno Mars, Aloe Black, John Legend. I had a lot of fun doing that stuff, and that was honestly just the music that was getting played at clubs up there.
Yeah.
So kind of what you said, I was kind of sponging,
Uh-huh.
but I absolutely went with like intention to like play really intense, thoughtful jazz that is very technical, and quickly fell out of love with technicality for the sake of it. And I think the transition to soul and funk was good for me, and hey, we're sitting here having fun. So.
Yeah, well, you're a nice you're a nice improviser, and yeah, just to bring some really nice color to the music.
Thank
So,
you, man.
Yeah,
That
it's
means a
great.
lot.
Yeah,
thank
just
you.
beautiful stuff. So, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. All right. You may reposition your mic now. We're going to go back to B, and I'm wondering, B, when you first moved to Nashville, where'd you live?
So
You first met Cody.
yes, I did.
Okay.
Not only did I meet Cody, but I also met Cody's dad, Ed Brooks, and he. What I love about both of these men is they're incredible songwriters in the way that it really hits home when you listen to it, and they really showed me as a green person moving into a big city. They really showed me how to caress a lyric, and so it was really wonderful meeting them, and then at the back of his dad's amazing hauler that is just in the summertime. It is just beautiful. There's trees and a creek, and
where is it? In rural?
in Ashland City, right outside of Nashville.
Okay.
And I got to live in an Airstream trailer that was at the back of that property, and it was I would not be the not only the, sorry. I wouldn't be the person the musician that I am without that place. Truly. Sorry.
So it took you back to that, nature was important to you growing up.
Yes.
And
absolutely.
so somehow it scared me a little bit thinking of you as a young person landing, in the sort of metropolitan city of
It was.
Nashville, in that, sort of what some people say, sort of a dog-eat-dog environment musically. And I can totally see that, how that was saving grace for you to have, a sort of a place of peace where you could be and gather yourself and figure out what you were doing there.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was, you could sing into the trees and it would just echo for what seemed miles. And, there were blue crawdads in the creek, and, you could hunt for, I loved to creek find and hunt for rocks and things like that. And so I could just dig in there, and it was a really beautiful, beautiful place for me.
And that's restorative and important for you
Yes.
as an artist, to have that touch. And so you said you learned down there how to sort of caress a song.
Yes.
One thing that really struck me, so I should tell listeners, there's a half an hour sort of concert video, that is called B. Taylor's Gas Station Takeover. It's on YouTube, and it's like just 34 minutes long or something, and it features bits and pieces of songs, and also you talking. And there's a point there, and I was going to ask you about that when you cry, and you're talking about, I think you were talking about the amount of time that you spend developing a project and birthing it, and then for you it's not just putting it together and getting all the pieces there. It's also you inhabiting that music, which seems really important to you.
Yes.
And I'm so curious, is that when you became emotional on that video, I love that you kept that there, just as I love that you felt comfortable sort of being yourself and human.
I can't
here.
help it, man. It just turns on and turns off,
Yeah,
and
well,
I can't.
Thank
Can't help
God.
it.
Thank God you're.
Thank you for being patient with me.
Well, it was that was a really that was just kind of an important part of that concert video for me, though, because it helped me get to know you.
Thank
So
you.
yeah, that was great.
Thank you.
You say some really cool things on your website, which I love. I think my favorite is, sorry if I misquote it, the taller your hair, the closer you are to God. I love that one. Is that your quote?
No. I
That's
heard
great.
that.
I love it.
I heard that a long time ago, and it's hey, it's true. I like to, make sure we're on the up and up, just as high as we can go.
Yeah. Well, so other things you say we find ourselves in a world that says every note must be shaped and every song must have form, but perfection is simply a dreadful bore.
Indeed.
Okay, good. And that is your sort of your creed.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. And so how does that play into your creation process? Do you have to obviously find musicians to play with who are like-minded that way, who are not
Yes.
planning to get together to create perfection, but want an experience?
Well, I think when it comes to perfection, that it's just, it's cliche to say that it's not obtainable, but I guess the reality is that I just don't think music should be perfect. I really don't, because and that's even when for instance, creating the set list for this show, it takes me forever to make a set list, because I want it to be tailored to the people that are there, and it's not just we've done this show before, and so let's just one size fits all. Like I don't really believe in that, because you feel different on that day than you did the last time, and so does everybody else. And I guess for me, you know, perfection is just boring, and you know, I may not hit all the right notes, but you're gonna feel every one of them if I have a say in it, you know. So that's just kind of how I feel about it.
Yeah, and so in Nashville, have you been able to find a recording environment where that welcomes that spirit and that approach?
Yes, my
us about it.
kitchen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, in the kitchen, have the studio set up so you can fry some bacon and make some music.
No, what?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
You have a studio setup, and that's where you is that where you recorded the new album?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, come on.
Yes. In
Wow,
a kitchen.
that's pretty cool. I'm surprised. I didn't know that. I thought you were in some studio someplace with a couple of dudes who
Well,
were real
thank
laid
you.
back.
That means a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. No, man, I mean one of the official ones, you know, with the, foam on the wall and all
I
that
mean,
stuff.
we've recorded at a lot of really neat places in Nashville that have like all the equipment and all of the sound, and you know, and that is really beautiful, and I've loved the recordings that have come out of there. But there's something about being in your home space where you can just really let loose anything that's supposed to be let, and just get down with that.
Even if you had a bunch of company the night before.
Exactly.
Right. So
Exactly.
You talk about for you the importance of humanity
Yes.
being present in your music. What does that mean for you?
I guess just making it human, making it not oversaturated with production or fake instruments. And you know, that's even like this guy here. When I started to learn to play piano, I told the whole band, I was like, listen, I'm not playing a keyboard. I will play like something real, something these keys are wooden, and I want to feel it. I want to feel the tactileness. Yeah, is really important to me. And you know, so I love the real. I love the nitty gritty of it, and that's the kind of people that I like to hang around. Is people that have incredible life stories, and people that know what it's like, you know, to look in that pantry and you got beans and cornbread, you know. Like I relate more to people that know what those life experiences are about, and I learn from them. And so I just try to bring that in my music so that it will hopefully touch the inside of someone, not the surface. You know?
Wow, that's wonderful. Okay, last question. Tell
Yes.
folks about your Aunt Lou. People gotta find. You're gonna discover a lot of fun things when you go and chase down B. Taylor's online presence. Aunt Lou is one of those things.
First off, that's amazing that you know about Lou.
Okay.
And I love that you did that homework.
Well, it's an amazing story.
It is, man. My Aunt Lou, she told me a story one time. We were all I think it was actually at a family reunion. And now I had known previously in her life that because living in East Texas, you're real close to the Louisiana hayride. And you know, just a bunch of people, Elvis, and you know, a bunch of people made their way to that, and Johnny Cash, Jerry Lee, a lot on the Louisiana hayride, and so she would go there, and I think her and possibly Mr. Bobby Bear might have had a little time together, but I do know she told me, she said that one time she was. I think she might have been living in Louisiana, and she drove to El Dorado, Arkansas, and it was for Johnny Cash's birthday, and they got to eat his birthday cake off of the top of his Cadillac. And I just thought that was so neat. And I'm like, hey, Lou, you've been holding out on me. You ain't been telling me these stories. And so it's, you know, it was a really...
that's terrific.
Really neat thing.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing that with folks.
Absolutely.
Well, folks, we have more music from B. Taylor, and there's another set coming up here. So Stick around. Glad to have you with us, and B and band. Thank you so much for being part of Red Barn tonight.
Thank you.
Great to have you. All right, B. Taylor.
So I don't do other people's songs very often, but this song here was written by Mr. Cody Brooks, called "Good Mornings Are Better Than Good Nights." Oh, the things that were said before we went to bed don't compare to the dread that I feel for tonight. I know I've been at home in a space that's been your own, but tonight, you know, I don't want to fight. Yeah, I know I got too drunk, and you know you got too high. So why don't we press our luck? 'Cause no matter what, we're stuck, and I don't wanna say goodbye. So come here, let's play hide and seek. I don't cheat, but I'll peek, and the letters on the wall could use a fresh coat of dreams. Let's clear the room and learn to dance, redesign our trip to France, 'cause tonight, you know, I don't wanna fight. May I have this dance? So come here, let's raise a glass to our future, not the past. Where's the papers? There's the grass. Oh, you got it, we'll light it up. I found a film in black and white. How did we lose all track of time? Would you believe that it's morning outside? I'm sorry for all the spite. I love you too with all my might, because good mornings are better than good nights. Yeah, I know I got too drunk, and you know you got too high. So let's raise a glass to our future, not the past, because good mornings, well, they're better than good nights. Yeah, I know I got too drunk, and you know you got too high. So come here, let's rest our luck, 'cause no matter what, we're stuck. And good mornings, well, they're better than good nights. 'Cause good mornings are better than good nights. Thank you for letting me sing that.
It's amazing listening to you sing that song. Doesn't even feel like mine. It's really spooky.
I love how that song is written. This song here is about a man wearing a nice suit, and specifically a seersucker suit. Because if there's one thing that I like best, it's a man that knows how to dress. He wore a seersucker suit, twinkled but it's new. The air was humid and cruel, string tied into a bow, skies of hydrangea blue, streets of kudzu, and not to mention the oohs and ahs as he passes by the boys and girls. Nobody's ready yet to get married yet, but if they do, seersucker suit. He had nothing to lose, timeless and spruced up. It's like the music was queued up. Oh, on his wingtip stroll, picturing the gazette, sun and handkerchief sweat, and they're all swept up in the honeymoon. They know he's coming by this afternoon to try to stop him, but if they do, seersucker suit. Oh, rich as cream, sweet as a sugar spoon. Seersucker suit. Seersucker.
Really good there, Dan. Sounded good, boys. That one sounded good.
So, on June 6th, 2019, that was the morning that I had decided, you know what, I'm gonna learn how to play piano. And I'd taken lessons when I was younger, but I just didn't like them, and But I found myself in a space that had a piano and had been messing around with it a little bit. But that was the morning that I was like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to teach myself how to do this. And I guess I was so inspired by, New Orleans piano players like Dr. John and Professor Longhair, Fats Domino. And I wanted to learn how to play in that style. So that morning I found a little student model of a piano, and I took the last $100 that I had, and I was like, I'm buying this today. And so I went to go pick it up, and I loved it. And on the way back home, I had heard that Dr. John had passed away. And boy, I cried all the way home. And when I got home, I wrote this song for Dr. John Mac Rebenak. It's called Hey Mac. I said, hey Mac, I'll get you back for dying on me like that. You still owed me some scratch, and as a matter of fact, last time we spoke, you said you'd hit me back. Hey Mac, where you at? What door should I be knocking on? 'Cause you're too sweet for heaven, you're too much trouble for hell. They'll be calling your name like a voodoo spell. Wouldn't want to leave you there alone. Hey Mac, when you're coming back, don't forget to pack your shoes. 'Cause there's a whole lot of walking and tall tale talking that we never got to do. And while you're at it, come on, hit me a key and play that old-time song, one we can march to down the avenue. Oh, that leads us to the sun. 'Cause when that saint go marching in, when that saint go marching in, oh, I wanna be there. Yes, I do. In that number. When that saint go marching in. I said, hey Mac, I'll get you back for dying on me like that. You still owed me some scratch, and as a matter of fact, last time we spoke, you said you'd hit me back. Hey Mac, when you're coming back, man, don't forget to pack them shoes. 'Cause there's a whole lot of walking, oh, and tall tale talking that we never got to do. Hey Mac, where you at?
Wow. Well, there are always a lot of people to thank for putting this program together week after week. First, artists like B. Taylor and her band, our guests this evening. Our volunteers and staff who make our production happen so beautifully each week. Thank you all for listening to our webcast, watching us on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch, and those listening to us on the network of Red Barn stations and media worldwide. Thanks to WEKU, Red Barn's premier radio partner, NPR for Central and Eastern Kentucky. Listen online at weku.org. It's your chance to hear more great live music from WEKU and Red Barn Radio. Those of you here in the Central Kentucky area, you got to be sure to check out Red Barn TV. It's our weekly program of music, broadcast on ABC 36 WTVQ. Red Barn Radio comes to you live from our home, the Arts Place Performance Hall in downtown Lexington, Kentucky. Our website has updates and further information on our program. We're on the web at redbarnradio.com. And now, once again, folks, please welcome back B. Taylor to the Red Barn stage for one last number.
I don't wanna hear from you right now. Go find yourself a 10-foot pole. What's the longest thing the law will allow? That's how far you need to be from my door. I don't wanna see your face around. I got a piano and better things to do than to think about the time that you ruined my life and all the hell that you put me through. Just a little dose will do. Before I sit before you. No, I'm not gonna let you back in my house. Your days of opportunity are through. Yes, I tried to tell you, yes I did, but you just wouldn't listen, playing cute and talking out your head. I done had it up to here. Do I make myself clear? Now get gone and stay away from here. Just a little dose will do. Not enough fussing, too much you. By the spoon. Oh, your loving is so sweet, but it ain't worth the time I need.
There's a whistle, yeah, you blew it. Try to show what you ain't true, man. Yeah, you need to slow your roll like this beat about to do. And we rock back and we'll be locking you out. Fletchy, hit the road and make them people wanna shout. I got that dang thing, but I see my phone ring, but I see my face up in my dream. Asking if we about to hang, I'm saying, oh no, get up off of my lawn. Girl, you wanna know I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole.
I don't wanna hear from you right now, right now. Go find yourself a 10-foot pole. What's the longest length the law will allow? That's how far you need to be from my door. I don't wanna see your face around. I got a piano and better things to do than to think about the time that you ruined my life and all the hell that you put me through.
All right. All right. Well, that's all for our show for this week, unfortunately. You can see and hear Red Barn Radio worldwide, though, as we stream live on the web on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch, Wednesdays, 7 p.m. Eastern in North America. You can also listen to archive performances on Spotify and iTunes, and you can watch mountains of video on the Red Barn Radio YouTube channel. Remember, folks, every like, comment, share, and subscribe helps bring roots music Southern style to your neck of the woods. And finally, this, folks, if any of our featured artists are performing in your area and you're mobile, get up, go out, shake that moneymaker on the dance floor. They need you now more than ever. And from all of us here at Red Barn Radio now to all of our friends worldwide, keep working together to be safe and healthy. And until next time, good night from Red Barn Radio.